Finding that perfect gift for someone is such a challenge, but it's also so rewarding. It's also challenging when people ask you, what can I get you for Christmas or your birthday? And you have no idea what to say to them. So today I'm going to give you some suggestions of great gifts to give either your flutist friend, or if you're a flutist, to send on to your family and friends so they know what to get you. The first really obvious choice is sheet music. Yes, getting them some lovely sheet music. We've got a whole list of suggestions down below of sheet music you can get, but there are a couple of different categories here. You could get them something really fun, like a book of Disney songs. We've got a great book down below you can get them, or just a book of beautiful music. You could get them something a little bit more practical, like study books. This is a really great option with lots of different studies in it. You might want to get them something specific like a piccolo book if you know they've just started learning the piccolo. We've got a whole list of different books down below that I highly recommend. Of course, you could also go ahead and purchase our Flute scale book, which is packed full of loads of exercise. It's a big book, so it will make for a fairly impressive looking gift. Now, if you're buying a gift for your flutist friend, you're going to want to find out which of these books they already own. So you're going to need to do a little bit of clever snooping, or maybe just go ahead and ask them. A really fabulous other option is to get them a subscription to an app like one of my absolute favorites, Tomplay. Tomplay has got thousands and thousands of different pieces of sheet music on it, along with the play-along backing tracks. This is such a fantastic option for all flutists out there, and I can tell you I have not met a single person that has ever regretted getting a subscription to Tomplay. Tomplay have recently added a really cool new feature which is great for beginner players called Wait Mode. In this feature, you click on Wait Mode and then play, and it'll only move forward with the cursor when you've played the correct notes. This is a great way to ensure that you are actually playing what is written on the sheet music. So even if you have a complete beginner friend, this might be a fabulous option. Another wonderful option that you could get your flutist friend is a practice journal. This is our practice journal, and the updated version has just gone on sale. In the journal, you'll see weekly templates to help you organize your practice, along with little daily checklists where you can check off what you've been working on. There's also loads of additional resources, links to videos, help with planning your practice, and so on and so forth. We've also added fingering charts and trill charts into our journal, so everything is nice and compact in one little book. This might sound like a little bit of a boring option, but it's surprisingly useful, and that is a music stand. In fact, recently I received this amazing music stand from Craft Geek, and I will tell you that if I got this as a gift, I would be very happy and excited. It comes in a useful little bag. It's super small and compact and fairly light, and sets up in honestly under a minute. There is actually additional features here that are great, such as a stand light and a phone clip. And they've actually just told me about another really fabulous product, which they have sent me to review. I'm still waiting for that to arrive, so hopefully in the next clip, it'll be there. If you're seeing this, then unfortunately the handy tripod did not arrive. We will make a little update video about this as soon as it does, so you can see this, but it is a really nifty device. Again, very lightweight, very compact, that you can use to film yourself. Now, this might seem like a silly thing, but honestly, it is so useful to record yourself regularly. And if you're part of our community, you know that we set you video assignments to record yourself, either just for you to listen back to or to submit to us so we can give you feedback. But it is a very important part of your learning journey, and watching yourself back on video can be really useful. And honestly, what I end up doing is just kind of putting my phone onto my music stand, which isn't great because it doesn't show me my whole body posture and everything that's going on. So having a separate tripod that I can set up and watch myself from afar is so beneficial. Dropped some links down to that below, so go ahead and check it out, and watch out for my review video coming up. By the way, I normally wouldn't recommend a product until I've tried it, but I love the music stand so much that I'm almost 100% convinced I'm gonna love that tripod. Before we go on to the next item, I want to just tell you about a little gift that we have for all of you. We're filming and releasing this video just before Christmas, and over the Christmas period, we always have a really fun community tradition, and that is our Flute Advent Calendar. In the month of December, we have got a fun flute challenge for you every day leading up to Christmas. These challenges include things like playing carols or playing carols backwards for that matter. We've got some fun improvisation challenges. We've also got some challenges where you tell us a little bit about your flute progress over the year, and there's loads of duets and sheet music and a lot of fun. We also have a whole group where you can interact with the community members and share your challenges as you go. It's usually a huge amount of fun and we want to invite you to be a part of it. The link is down below. You can go ahead and sign up. As I said, 100% for free. It's an underrated gift, but it really shows depth of knowledge and a deep interest in your flute friend if you do get them this. And that is to get them an old school metronome. It doesn't have to be old school. It could be new and fancy. It could be one of those cool like Soundbrenner, I think they're called, watches. Totally fine with that too. I love this old school little psycho metronome. Works like a charm, keeps going. I think this thing is ancient. I bought it secondhand and it still works. So this might seem boring, but it really does show them that you've taken an interest and you care. Also encourages them to practice well. These next things are so much more useful than you can imagine. There are flute cozies. These are such useful little devices where you can pop your flute into. So say I've been playing, and now I want to store my flute safely. I can pop it into this flute cozy nicely. Either I can put my flute on its flute stand and pop the flute cozy over, or I often will just put the flute cozy over and then place that nice and carefully down on a flat surface. It's so great. It helps to protect it from dust falling into the mechanism. It helps protect it from too much air, which especially for silver flutes will oxidize your instrument. And of course, it protects it from bumps and scrapes and scratches and anything else that could go wrong. I also just love using them as a kind of device to just place my flute onto a surface. It's just a nice safe space and honestly prevents my flute from scratching my table more than anything else. But these guys are so useful. A little pro tip here, if you look on sites like the Flute Center or any of the other big flute shops, very often, for some reason, they just have the boring black ones. If you are looking for a flute cozy, maybe it's not for Christmas time because I don't think there are any flute conventions happening, but go to some kind of a flute convention or flute festival because often they bring out the really cool, colorful ones then. So that's just a little pro tip. For any of you piccolo players out there, this piccolo cozy is an absolute game-changing must. I love this little cozy. Really great way to keep your piccolo safe during concerts, rehearsals, performances, whatever it might be. Of course, you could go all in and get them a nice bag, like my nice Altieri bag here. By the way, my flute cozies, I think they're both Altieri. Actually, this one's a different brand. But my one flute cozy is also Altieri. I love this bag. What a gorgeous gift you could get your flute friend or receive if you're a flutist. A bag. You also get the smaller bags like the flute scooter bags are really stunning. You could just get them a bag like this if you know they only have a box and they don't have a nice bag to put it in. Bag, always welcomed gift. Once again, you might just want to check that they don't have one already. Us flutists do get rather attached to our flute bags. Along with a bag, another really great flute gift idea is cleaning supplies. I've got quite a couple of different options here. My personal favorite, these flute ones. There's loads of different brands. These are the Valentino flute ones. If you really want to step it up a level, get them the extender stick with these flute ones as well. I do not know for the life of me where mine has gone to. So family, if you're watching this, it's a gift idea. I need a Valentino wand flute extender. You're welcome. Again, the piccolo ones are, in my opinion, an absolute must have. If you play the piccolo and you do not have one of these flute ones, I don't know what you're doing, but I have over the years found that nothing else can clean the piccolo, get in there properly. These, chef's kiss, amazing. And you don't even have to disassemble your piccolo, which means you can clean out your piccolo with these, pop it into the flute cozy and voila. So seriously, if your flute friend plays the piccolo, you know what to get them. They will love you forever, provided they don't have it already. Of course, you can also get them some nice polishing cloths. There's some really great options out there. Please do not get polishing cloths that have got silver polisher in them or that are silver polishing cloths. We don't want those. They're going to erode your flute. Stay away from them. We just need normal microfiber cloths. There's some really cool brands and colors out there, so interesting things to get them. And of course, cleaning, just the sort of drying cloths are always useful to have a whole handful of those. There are some really cool tone enhancers that you can get. Things like your Woodify rings. I've got two that I have reviewed and tested before, so you can go check out that video. While this is very individual and some players are going to love these, other players aren't going to love these, I still think it's a really fun gift to give somebody, especially if they perhaps normally wouldn't try these out. Now, whether or not this actually makes any difference to the instrument is something that I'm still busy testing out, but something really beautiful you could get them is one of these flute crowns. This is actually a piccolo crown. You can see over there, it is so pretty. And what you will do is you're going to take the crown off your piccolo and replace it with this. I'm actually going to just do a quick little sound test here. I haven't played my piccolo in a while, but I'm going to play it, then I'm going to put the crown on and you tell me what you think. So I'm going to unscrew that top, screw in this one. Don't screw too tight, otherwise you might change the position of your cork. So you just want to screw it until it's just tight. And let's try it again. Question, did you notice the difference? Some people say yes, I felt a difference, definitely, but I don't know if that's just because the instrument feels a bit heavier and let's face it, just looks a whole lot prettier. Look how pretty she looks. So flute crowns, always a winner. At the very least, it's going to make your instrument look pretty and it might even just improve your tone. Another really great option, which I currently do not own, is the Le Freak Sound Bridge. These are little metal plates that go between the joints of your instrument, and I have played on these before, and I have to tell you, they do make a big difference, especially if you go for those that are gold or a higher metal quality than your flute. But they do come at a price, so these are certainly an extra special gift for that someone that you love. Family members, I want to throw this out there as an option, but I'm going to say it's okay, don't worry about it. You could also give your flute friend something like flute-themed clothing, like the t-shirt I'm wearing, or my personal favorite flute-themed clothing from Just Another Flutist. I just absolutely adore this design, and the next time I am in the States, I am definitely going to order this. In fact, I should check if I can order it to South Africa. I don't know that I can. Another really great option of things that you could wear is flute jewelry. Check out this cool necklace made out of a flute key. I absolutely love this necklace. It was a gift given to me by some of my students a few years ago, and it's something that I really cherish and really should wear more. Another really great option here, and actually one of the ways that I got into online teaching in the first place, is to give your flute friend a couple of lessons, whether it's in-person lessons, whether it's online lessons, or maybe access to flute courses, flute programs, or other online materials. I'd never taught online at this point. It was just something that I was thinking about, and I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to dive right in. So that became my first flute student ever, and the rest, my friends, is history. So great little option. Reach out to a local flutist or somebody online and see if they've got availability for either a few flute lessons or for a more permanent spot. We've also got an opportunity to get vouchers to some of our learning programs, whether it's our Smart Start Beginner program, which you can sign up for right away, or our other programs which are reopening in January. So now's the perfect time to get your loved one a voucher so they can sign up for that in January when we get going. And then of course, the absolute crowning gift that you could get your loved one. You guessed it, my friend. A brand new, beautiful flute itself. You'll be amazed how often I've heard from students that their husband or wife bought them a flute, either their very first flute or they've been playing for a while and they bought them a beautiful upgraded instrument for a birthday or for Christmas or for something. A great gift. We have a whole guide to buying a new flute down below. So if you have no idea about flutes and you're wanting to buy an instrument for your loved one, go access that guide so that you can learn a little bit more about flutes and know which one to get them. The most important thing about buying a new flute is you're just going to want to know your budget. So how much are you willing to spend? And based off that budget, you're going to know which category of instrument you're in, whether it's a beginner instrument, whether it's your kind of intermediate step-up models, or whether it's going to be your really kind of entry-level professional and up instruments. I mean, if you want to buy me an 18-karat gold flute for my birthday, I'm not going to say no. A reminder to go ahead and join our Advent calendar journey if you haven't already. And if you're watching this at a weird time of the year where there is no Advent calendar, stay tuned, because in December of whatever year you're in, we will likely be doing our Advent calendar again. So get on our mailing list so you'll be the first to hear about it. With that, practicing, have fun, and maybe you want to go and check out what goodies I have in my flute bag for some more wonderful gift ideas.